Hello, dear YouTube. TheMainManSWE here, the father of the Tekken community. Well, considering how young you all are, maybe I'm the grandfather of the Tekken community. I turned 36 in a few months. 36. Better get the casket ready. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the future of the Tekken series because Harada has been talking a lot about Tekken, the sales and the balancing. He's been giving a lot of interesting information on Tekken, actually, on Harada's bar. I'm sure you're all already watching it. You can follow him on YouTube. Very, very interesting. I've watched way too few episodes myself, but it's really great. And he was asked by Japanese pro player Gen, gave him the question on the latest episode, I think, like, so what's the future on Tekken? What's gonna happen with the series now? And he made some really, really interesting points. And he did say that Tekken 7 has gone on long enough. So he kind of hints at that there's no Season 5. And he says that if he asked the Bandai Namco board of directors, they wouldn't say no. I mean, Tekken 7 sales are still super fucking solid. So if Katsuhiro Harada wanted it, we would get a Season 5. But he says, it's gone on long enough. And Harada is so known to troll, so known to, you know, whack off the community that you don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe there will be a Season 5, but this certainly sounds like there's not going to be a Season 5. So who knows what to expect? But to be honest, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer to make a Season 5. An absolute no-brainer. They would make more money. We don't really need more characters, but imagine what new game modes would do and just improving overall stability of the game and maybe a huge customization pack. Just improve what's already there. It's a no-brainer. 7 million sales. It's still selling really, really well. It's now 4 years since its release. But it went from 5 to 7 million sales, like what, last fucking year? It's just, it has so much momentum. And that's why you're not gonna see a Tekken 8 anytime soon. This game is still selling so well that why would they wanna break the momentum of this game? Wait until Tekken 7 fizzles out organically, and then you throw out the sequel. And they're obviously gonna wait for Street Fighter 6 to drop. And then they'll drop Tekken 8, is my guess. But we're gonna get a Tekken 8. This game has done way too well. But something super interesting he says here is that Tekken 7, this game made back its budget 2 months after release. That's how low or humble the budget was. And that's how successful the game was. So this game dropped in June of 2017, 4 years ago. And in August of 2017, 2 months, we've made back our budget. In September, we're already in profits. That was in Season 1. And then Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. How much profit has this game made, do you think? And that's why, you know, you can say that, oh, well, MK11 sold 8 million or 9 million. It's more successful. Yeah, but what was the budget of MK11 compared to the Tekken 7 budget? It's like when you look at Avengers Endgame, you're like, oh, most successful movie ever financially. It made like what, $2 billion, 2.5? But what was the budget? $300 million or something? How many times did it multiply its budget? And then you look at Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips' Joker, made $1 billion on a budget of like $50 million, $70 million. How many times did that movie, how much profit did that movie make? So I feel like there's an interesting comparison there to be made between MK11 and Tekken 7, where I think Tekken 7 might be the most successful fighting game of its time. I mean, the financial profits are most likely, like, absolutely mind-blowing. And it's had a pretty decent impact, you know, on esports as well, so... Yeah, us Tekken fans could certainly not be happier with how this game has performed. So yeah, there are some really interesting things here said. But again, it just feels like it should be a no-brainer to make a Season 5. And we're definitely getting a Tekken 8 soon. And following Tekken 7, I mean, we've seen a renaissance in fighting games. NetherRealm Studios are fucking killing it. What are they called? Arc Systems, the developers of Dragon Ball, Guilty Gear, absolutely killing it. And then we're gonna get Riot Games are gonna go into fighting games now. And yeah, Guilty Gear Strive is looking like it's exploding. It set a record. It had more viewers on launch on Twitch than MK11. I mean, MK11 was at 28,000, I think, and Guilty Gear was at 30,000. Set a record for fighting games on Twitch. And do you know what game broke the Guilty Gear record 2 days after? Virtua Fighter with 27 views. Concurrent viewers. Mind-blowing performance. I feel bad for shitting on Virtua Fighter, but they deserve it. They fucking deserve it. Yeah. Hey guys, when should we drop Virtua Fighter 5, the remaster? It's flopped 5 times before. It flopped in 1997, it flopped in 2005, and then it flopped in 2017. But now we're gonna drop it in 2021, and you know when we're gonna drop it? 1 week before Guilty Gear Strive. Because Strive is probably gonna flop. It's not like Guilty Gear is gonna steal our thunder. Because, look. I can't even make fun of this. It's like Guilty Gear as like the most insane presentation. It's so dynamic, it's so flashy, amazing special effects. It's like Avengers Endgame. And when you drop Virtua Fighter with sound effects from 1993 in the same time frame as Guilty Gear Strive, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. I mean, what would the equivalent be movie-wise? It's like going up against Avengers Endgame 10. And in the same weekend that movie drops, you release Pee Wee Herman 2, the sequel. I mean, you guys don't even know who that is, but it's like, take some really old fucking movie IP or franchise, Beetlejuice, you know, something that maybe your granddad has heard of, and you drop that the same weekend as Avengers Endgame sequel, and that's the equivalent. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that because it's Yeah, we've talked a lot before about how successful Tekken 7 is, but it can't be overstated how well it's done. And I'm sure hoping we get a Season 5, but according to Harada, it's a no. Tekken 7 has run its course, Tekken 7 is old now, but can they really leave the game in a limbo until we get a proper sequel? I feel like they have to keep updating the game. It just doesn't make sense to me to just leave the game in its current state. So many people have put down time and money into this that they should keep supporting it, especially as it's still selling well. And who knows where it ends up if it's probably going to cross 8 million, I think that's guaranteed. But will it reach like 9 million, I guess, is the question. But yeah, great times for us Tekken fans. Hope we get more content soon. Hope you enjoyed the great news. And yeah, have a nice day, everyone. Take care.